Welcome to part 2 of Develop Your Psychic Abilities. Here's a way to relax that is quite effective. Sit in a comfortable chair, with both feet flat on the floor, legs parallel to each other, spine straight. Your head will automatically balance itself on your neck, as if cradled by your spine, thus a headrest on the chair is unnecessary. Shoulders and arms simply hang loose, as your hands lie effortlessly atop your legs, or to one side. Eyes are closed. Breathe slowly and deeply, allowing your abdomen to fill to capacity with air. Establish a breathing rhythm. With each inhalation, affirm that you are protected and whole, and that all is well. With each exhalation, affirm that all tension and stress, problems and concerns are released. Move your consciousness to each area of your body, one section at a time, beginning with your feet and ankles. In your mind's eye, envision your feet and ankles at peace and completely resting. Continue to move your consciousness, this time to the area of your lower legs, knees, upper legs, and hips, relaxing each member as you do. Affirm complete and total peace for all. Now travel in consciousness to the trunk of your body, its many organs and functions. In your mind's eye, focus on each section as you affirm the reality of its perfect peace, perfect rest. Next, become aware of your chest, back, shoulders, arms, elbows, wrists, and hands. Clearly focus on each member, knowing that it is resting and at peace. Your neck, head, face, and brain are now totally relaxed as well. Know that this is so. Feel it. Affirm the peace that you are. While you drift in the joy of being completely relaxed, be aware that at some special spot within you is located your center, the very center of your being. Move your consciousness to that spot. Go there now. You know your center. You recognize the place. It is that part of you still connected to the purity that is God, the oneness of all creation. Your center is a place of radiance, of perfect love, perfect joy, perfect peace, perfect knowing. Just be there. Be in your center, safe and warm, secure in the knowledge that you are wonderful, and that you have the right to be who you are. For you are an expression of God's blessings, part of the Great Spirit and a greater plan for all creation. When it feels right to leave your center and return to full conscious awareness, do so slowly, in steps, knowing that at the count of 3 you will be wide awake and ready to resume your day. Counting 1. Affirm that every part of your being is healed and whole. Counting 2. Feel surges of energy refreshing and reinvigorating your body. And counting 3. Eyes open, you are alert, joyful and happy. The ability to imagine. The faculty of imagination is just as important to your health and well-being as any other faculty you possess. Your imagination enables you to visualize possibilities, to act out in your mind and rehearse before you physically perform any given task. Athletes use this ability to great advantage, for it enables them to practice and prepare, over and over again, before they ever move a muscle or take a step. Artists of any kind also find this ability invaluable, since it is on the canvas of their imaginations that they initially splash their paint and explore the mystery of form. In science and in math, the imaginative faculty is what often proves to be the final connecting link, enabling problems to be solved that were formerly unsolvable. Einstein fully credits his imagination with producing the actual formula of E=mc², the theory of relativity, that revolutionized the entire world of rational thought and scientific inquiry. To exercise this incredible storehouse of invention and fun, create fanciful daydreams for yourself. Let your mind run wild. Don't try to make sense of anything. Just play. Pretend you are a child again, and see how creative you can be. Daydreaming helps you to visualize storylines. To hone this ability, to discipline the imaginative process, train yourself to visualize carefully and in great detail. For example, place an apple on the table in front of you. Look at the apple. Note its contours, blemishes, features. Now close your eyes. Can you still see the apple? Does it look like it did when your eyes were open? Are there differences? Open your eyes and compare the real apple with the apple you saw in your mind's eye. Try again. Practice holding the image inside your head, until what exists in your imagination exactly matches what exists on the table in front of you. Practice with other items, even walk through unfamiliar environments, using the same technique, until you can visualize in your mind what you see with your eyes, with the same exact detail. Eventually your mind will catch on, and you will be able to imagine anything you want without ever having physically seen the item first. Expand this ability to include smell, taste, sounds, textures, and feelings. The better you can imagine, the more psychic you can become. It all begins with the innocence of belief and the childlike desire to play. Trust. The root word of psychic means soul. Thus, psychic abilities are really soul abilities. The gifts of spirit you hear so much about are no different than psychic abilities. These gifts and talents differ only in the label you apply to them, in how they are used, and what for. Because it is so easy for thoughts of greed and selfishness to distort such gifts and talents, it is wise for all of us to remember this simple truth. We are not the author of the greatness which exists within us. The power of our being, the gifts and talents we possess, are merely on loan from the one power, the creator of all things, the God within who doth the work. Give the credit where it belongs. It has been said that God can do no more for you than through you. This is true. We supply the elbow grease, the initial effort. The rest unfolds in ways both magical and miraculous. That initial effort is based on our choice, our freedom to decide. As our free will is inviolate, so is everyone else's. No one has the right to interfere with or try to control the life of another. This is a universal law based on the sacredness of individual choice. The only person you can ever change is yourself. The only things you can ever really control are your own thoughts, feelings, and actions. Put your trust in the divinity of being and in your God-given right to improve yourself. Strive to be all that you can be. You may want to investigate and learn various methods of how to meditate and pray affirmatively. Both skills are invaluable assets for a successful and satisfying life. Ways to use your psychic abilities. Give yourself 15 to 20 minutes each day to practice the techniques presented in this article. Pick a time of day and a particular place in your residence where you can be alone without being disturbed. If you live with other people, politely request that no one interrupt you during your special periods of silence. Unplug your phone. Turn off the radio and television set. Practice what you have learned thus far until your state of mind improves, and it is easier for you to relax, imagine, and feel comfortable with issues of trust and faith. After you have been doing this for a while, test yourself. How quickly can you relax and still receive full benefit? Can you form clear images in your mind by simply deciding to, instantly? How confident are you of your ability to improve your life, to be all that you can be? Are you willing to trust your inner guidance? Are you willing to trust yourself? Are you willing to love yourself? Look in a mirror. See the eyes of perfection looking back. Say to your face in the mirror, I love you. I appreciate you. I forgive you of any mistakes you have ever made. Today is a new day. The past is gone. I choose to begin anew, better, wiser, kinder than before. I choose the path of excellence because I am unlimited in how wonderful and productive and creative I can be. I treat others as I want to be treated. I respect the rights of others, and I choose to respect myself. I am grateful for my life, my health, and my intelligence. When you resume activities, after your period of silent relaxation, notice the objects around you. Allow your vision to slip lightly past the first object you see, almost as if you were beginning to see double. Do you see anything unusual? Look again. Eventually you will begin to notice a white misty band of energy around the object, usually an inch wide, sometimes wider. Scan the room you're in. If you are still relaxed, you may notice that everything in your room has this same band of light surrounding its surface. This is an aura. Everything that exists has an aura: people, animals, objects, plants, the land. That misty band of light you see is caused by the speed that an individual or object is vibrating, and by their temperature and degree of consciousness. Many times, especially around people, the aura will be colored and have designs in it, such as rays or spirals. Artists throughout history have painted auric bands around the heads of wise leaders and saints, as a way to depict holiness. But the fact is, everyone and everything has an aura, some larger than others. To test this, invite a few wall that is white or lightly colored. Remove all decorations so you have a blank surface. Dim the lights. Have one person stand with his or her back to the wall, looking straight ahead. This person should take a few deep, quick breaths to increase air capacity, and relax, empty of thought or expectation. The other people should stand at least half a room away from the person in front of the wall. When looking, allow your gaze to slip slightly past the individual, as if you are seeing double. Does an aura appear? Most people will see a white glow around the individual almost immediately. Some will see colors. Others will see designs in the colors. Have the individual in front of the wall move his or her consciousness to the left, then right, then high up near the ceiling. This is done by the person deciding to. Thinking makes it so. Does that person's aura change location as his or her consciousness moves around? Most people will see this, especially after practicing for a while. Don't try too hard, though, as too much efforting actually blocks your ability to see an aura. Once you are able to see auras in dim light, you can begin to train yourself to see them in full light. Tell yourself you can do it and you can. Trust the process. It works. Find books about auras and read what is known about possible meanings to the colors and designs. Each color or hue seems to be reflective of how an individual feels, including moods and basic personality. Large, expansive auras of bright, clear colors are usually found around people with a lot of strength and charisma, and who are healthy. Training yourself to see auras can be a beneficial extra, especially if you are in the healing profession or work in sales and promotion. Open your hands, bend your fingers somewhat, and bring both of your hands together, stopping just before the fingers of both hands touch each other. Relax, and blank your mind of thought. Can you feel anything between the palms of your hands? Is there any heat or energy movement present between your fingertips? If you feel nothing, rub your hands together rapidly until you create some static electricity. Now, repeat the exercise. Bring your hands and fingers almost together, but not quite. Do you feel anything this time? Most people will feel something akin to a body of energy or a presence between the hands and fingers. Some recognize that this energy or presence is elastic, and that they can stretch it as they slowly move their hands further apart. The body of energy you feel is the power of your auric field. You can see the aura, as in the exercise you did before this, or you can touch it, in this simple hand demonstration. While you're looking for books on the aura, search also for books on healing hands, touch for health, or working within the auric field. Once you train yourself to sense and see this energy, there is no limit to what you can accomplish once you put the skill to use. For instance, staying about 3 inches away from a person's body, you can glide your open hands through the air around that person, moving down the body to relax the individual, and moving up the body to energize the individual, until you have massaged the entire auric field of the person involved. Historically, this kind of sharing, of helping another to feel more comfortable and cared for, was reserved only for religious or spiritual rituals, and practiced during services dedicated to healing. Now this type of knowledge is universal, and anyone who wishes to can practice the skill. The effectiveness of this gentle technique is incredible. When distraught, confused, or nervous, use the relaxation technique given earlier, when you put your consciousness in your center. This time, once you have aligned yourself with your center, remain there for a while, affirming and knowing that divine order is in effect, that you will be guided to take the right step and do the right thing that is the most appropriate for your highest good and the highest good of all concerned, when full consciousness returns. This is all you need to affirm. Be in your center, that place of perfection and wholeness. Relax and be. Invariably, once you are alert again, you will be guided or inspired in a positive way, and any confusion you once had will either lessen or disappear. Train yourself to reach your center without much effort. A few deep breaths should be enough to free your mind from its present state, and take you there. Relaxation is the key. Intent is what makes it happen. I know a man who built his entire house using this technique. Knowing basic construction methods and with a few how-to books handy, this is what he did. Each time he needed advice, he would clearly and in detail outline his problem within his mind's eye, and propose a question. Then he would sit down, take a few deep breaths, relax, blank his mind, and align his consciousness with the center of his being. His, yours, mine, everyone's center is the center of all knowingness, all power, all wisdom, all perfection. And we can go there whenever we need aid or advice or assistance at any time, no matter where we are. When this man returned to his wide-awake, alert state, he took the first thing that popped in his mind and actually did it. His finished house is one of the most ingenious dwellings I have seen, a tribute to the power we all have within us. if we would but tap into that wellspring of knowing within us and discipline ourselves in how to access what is there. One way to clear your residence and your body of any distracting energies or unwanted spirit forms is the following. Relax fully and in your mind's eye imagine a giant circular disc. This disc is radiantly powerful, unbreakable, and functions as if a screen or sieve. Envision that this huge radiant disc is located in the ground below your residence, and that it is large enough to fully encompass your entire property. Now, slowly lift this disc with your mind. You do it by deciding to silently tell it to lift. As it does, see and know that all discordant and distracting energies are caught in its sieve-like screen, and are removed from your environment and from your body. Continue to see the disc lift higher and higher, until it has passed through your residence, your body, all objects, airspace, walls, floors and ceilings, until it dissolves in the upper stratosphere, leaving no trace of any essence, spirit form, or substance caught in it. Your environment is now clean and cleansed, and so are you. If you feel the need, repeat this exercise 2 more times. Open a few windows to let the air circulate freely. Place a houseplant or bouquet of flowers in a central location to add that final touch of freshness and beauty. The circular disc technique is an example of using creative storylines, like when you practiced how to daydream, that can have an immediate and positive impact on your life. Another example of this is when you are about to have surgery. In a relaxed state, prepare your body for what is about to happen. Envision all parts of your body, each cell, listening to you and paying attention. Explain the surgery in detail, illustrating in your mind's eye that only what medication is needed will be utilized, and anything else will be immediately flushed out of your system. Show your body how appropriate this surgery is, and how much better it will be able to perform once it has healed. Affirm divine order, that all medical personnel will accomplish their tasks ably and efficiently and without difficulty. When the surgery is over, rehearse any movement you might make in your mind first, and in detail, before you actually do it. Rolling over, sitting up, going to the bathroom, eating, bathing, whatever. During your psychic rehearsals, affirm and know that as each movement and task is made, there will be little or no pain, and you will be able to accomplish that movement without risk or problem. Make no exceptions. Practice in your mind's eye before you do anything, all the while imagining a speedy and safe recovery. In most cases, a technique like this will bring about stunning successes and incredibly rapid healing. Surprise your doctor, try it. Thank you for reading this article, and for taking the time to do what was suggested. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you use your psychic abilities, the broader their range and the greater your accuracy. Namaste.